In this episode, we are in
Le Grand Bornand. Hi, I'm Cos.
And I'm Meeks.
We self-built our fully winterised wonder bus called Tippy.
To chase the snow and explore the mountains in wintertime.
Together with our two little girls, we are ski vanning across Europe.
Our little family of four are visiting new places, learning new things.
We thought we'd share our tips on where to park and camp in the mountains with all of you. Welcome to Tippy Travels. Le Grand Bornand is an old French village turned ski resort on the western slope of the Aire mountain range in the Alps. It's very close to St Jean VI, La Clousard and Lake Annecy. The resort of Le Grand Bornand is split into two, the old town of Le Grand Bornand and the newer, higher altitude park called Chinaillon. There are 2 free park-ups and 2 fully serviced campsites, all of which are close to the slopes and their respective towns. The drive into the resort is fairly simple with no real switchbacks, and the roads are fairly wide and cleared very well. We will tour each of the park-ups, starting with Le Grand Bornand, Mulaterie, and then on to Chinaillon towards the end.
This is a really easy resort to get to. Just follow the signs to Geneva, La Clousard, and then Le Grand Bornand.
There are 2 actual campsites in this resort. One of them is called Le Clos du Pin and the other one is called Camping l'Escale. If you are lucky enough to get a spot here in the holidays, then it has a swimming pool. There are also 2 Aires which are unserviced, but they are free and you can park in each of those for 48 hours. We are in parking Taverne, which I will put a link in the description to show you where it is. And the other free Aire is in Chinaillon. Christ.
It's a tongue twister for us.
Okay, Chinaillon, there. Again, link in the description. The 2 free Aires are actually about 8 to 10 minutes apart in driving, and that's if the roads are fairly clear. One services one side of the actual resort, and the other side on the furthest end is the Chinaillon Aire.
The town's actually really pretty. We've been going through a few little shops. It's got like a few little bars, restaurants. We had a lovely little snack.
Everything you would expect to find in a ski resort you will find here. The mountain is split in 2 and the Aire for Mulaterie is actually on the Nordic skiing side with a short walk, maybe 400 metres, 300-400 metres, you can get to the lifts which are on the other side of the river. All this will make sense once you arrive. It is actually pretty straightforward, nice and easy. So this place does have the feel of a rustic alpine village, but with a ski resort now, so it's obviously getting very, very busy. But the feel is really nice. All the buildings are very traditional and very welcoming.
In the town centre, there's also 2 little supermarkets, a Sherpa and a spa.
Just up here is the Aire, and a little stroll down through the tunnel onto the main road will get you to the lift station, which is just through here behind where my fingers are pointing. You may see, if I zoom in, so you can then just see behind Meeks' head in the shadow there is the lift station, and just there you might be able to see one of the Tele-cabins, La Joyère and Le Rosay. They are situated about 300 meters, maybe slightly less, from the Aire itself, and they're closer to the Aire than the town actually is. We also know from the tourism office that at the top of Le Rosay, top of the Rosay lift, is a ski locker and heated boot warming area. So you can, obviously, if you're here for a few days, you can dump your stuff up there, then just obviously wear your walking boots. So it actually makes it really, really easy. But what you do have to do, though, is book the actual lockers themselves. So where you see these cars just here, they're turning onto the main road that goes in and out of Le Grand Bornand. The sat-nav will try and take you to a shortcut that gets you over to the Aire. We found when we got here last night that road is not groomed, stroke cleared very well, so the best bet is to come in through the main town. So as you come up through the main town towards the edge of Le Grand Bornand, you will get to this miniature roundabout, and up on the sign there, it's signposted for golf. So follow that and you head up this little road here. You come on up under here. I'm stood on like a bridge, which I think is what they use for Nordic skiing. You can see here my kids are making use of it with the old bum boards. And then as you come out underneath this tunnel, to the left is the old Aire. I'm saying old, just down here where these cars are parked, because there's a sign there saying no parking right now, but that actually might be just because of the fact that there is a lot of activity happening this weekend in the Espace Nordique, or just Nordic skiing area. So take a right. This is the parking area. The Taverne is the name of it, and you can see Tippy just up there, but it is a car park. However, last night when we got here, there was only one other vehicle in here, so it was just us and them. We had a quiet night. The activity of the spashers and the road clearers started around about 7:30. So from then on, it started getting busier and busier. But we're at the end of the day now. I think people are starting to clear out. I'd imagine these are all just day visitors. The Aire itself is just up here where this white van is. But about a walk of 80 to 100 meters will get you to these toilets, which they say is 24/7. And so you should be able to dump your cassette in there, but obviously make sure you do it nice and clean. And just to give you the lowdown, it's fairly clean, but obviously you're not going to be able to rinse out your cassette in here.
The water point for both park-ups is situated on the edge of the Grand Bornand. See the Google Map link in the description for the location. The cost is €2 for fresh water, and to discharge your cassette, the payment is card only.
So when you come out of the Aire and head down towards the ice rink, you'll see this little building here, which is La Delta Hotel and Spa. Just on the side of it, the laverie, so laundrette, any washing you might need. There are frequent bus services that operate within the village, with Line D being the simplest way to get to the town and to the lifts. There are also buses to La Clusaz and Saint-Jean-de-Sixt, which you can get from the lift station.
There is plenty to do here away from the piste, with an ice rink, cinema, and there's a good selection of play areas for the kids.
The village also has an adorable collection of cow art, with 2,000 commissioned pieces and an online map, so you can hunt them all down. Raiches la vache!
The ski area has 90 kilometers of runs and is mainly a beginner resort, with nursery and intermediate slopes making up the majority of the pistes.
When you get to the top of the Joyère lift, you will get to a restaurant, a little two-person chair, and this flag lift, which I'm on right now. And this is a little green area, which is nice. There's a little restaurant here. As you can see, it's not particularly busy. So this has been great for us with the kids. The resort has really good beginner ski pass, which covers 13 lifts to just €36 per adult and €29 per child per day. This pass gives you access to about 70% of the total ski area. We've put a link in the description. So this is the Aire de camping cars in Chinaillon, which is just at the top of the mountain from the Grand Bornand's main village. You can see Tippy parked nicely there. It does get used as a car park too, so you'll see lots of cars sort of dotted around, but they come and go during the course of the day. And although there is somebody there, I think we can still just about squeeze out. No services here other than the bins. So SatNav does its thing, and unfortunately it led us the wrong way down this one-way street. It was late at night, so it didn't really matter so much, but it's one way. You come in via the bottom up past the ski lifts, and then the Aire is just here. And there you go, there's Tippy, and the bins are all here for you. Also right on the edge of the Aire is the bus stop. So any of the buses that say Route Chinaillon, basically they do a circuit of the village, you can get on them from the Front de Neige, basically where the ski lifts begin, and the first stop basically is here. So it's nice and easy, and there's the Aire. Getting to the town from the Aire is actually pretty straightforward. The Aire is just there. You cross over this little bridge, and there's a road that leads you uphill on the one-way system. Follow that up about 200 meters and you're at the town. So just opposite the office to tourism is the supermarket.
complicate ourselves with such audacity. I'm just like you, wrecking my head, waking up without a clue. I've got these numbers in my phone. It must have been a messy holiday, is what we chose. But did I really make no friends? I better find out when it is the weekend.
Slightly opposing to the village of Le Grand Bornand, up here at Chinaillon, it's more like a resort with lots of apartment buildings. It's all nice and tastefully done, but it does feel a bit more like a ski resort rather than a town. Let me show you how easy it is to get from the Aire down to the skiing. So I'm just going to walk you on now down to the pistes. The bus you want to get from here is the B bus, which is Tour Chinaillon, and they come around here every sort of 10-12 minutes, something like that. Nice and easy, but they can get a bit busy because everybody here pretty much needs to get a bus back to their accommodation or their car. If, like me, you can't be bothered to wait for the bus, then just take a walk on back up to the Aire. But it is uphill, so hopefully you're in better shape than me. To finish off your ski day, if you come down Le Lac, that will bring you past this, so here it is, there somewhere, green snow cannon. Turn off at the next turning past there, and that will bring you out just here, and then you can walk down this little path here, and the Aire is just in the distance there, as you can see. So before you head up to Chinaillon, just make sure that you've got all the water you need and that your cassettes are empty and your tanks are empty, because there's nowhere up here to discharge a cassette or get rid of your grey water. On the way into Le Grand Bornand, there is an actual water service point, link in the description, so take a look. Okay, that's us just about finished here in Le Grand Bornand. On to the next. But yeah, what do you think?
It's nice. There's 2 Aires in this resort, so we drove for the second part. We drove to the top part, which is 1300. As you can see, Tippy's parked up there. It's nice. There's a big Aire, town walking distance, even for small feet. Quite a few restaurants, bars, supermarket. 2 supermarkets found. So, and bins are at this Aire as well, actually located, which is handy.
Yeah, as for the skiing part of it, obviously we do have small children and they're beginners. I would say that this is a little bit too beginnery. And what I mean by that is there's a lot of places where you have to pole or shuffle around, and it's starting to annoy me a little bit because we don't carry poles when we go skiing because of all the faff of carrying stuff. But there are also no free lifts here either. Like most resorts put on 1 or 2, but the only free lift we could find is actually kind of halfway up the mountain, one of the magic carpets. So you need a lift pass to get there anyway. But generally speaking, whether you're down in Le Grand Bornand village or up here in Chinaillon, everything's accessible just within a few hundred meters walk. So it's actually nice and easy.
Yeah, it's been nice. Good snow.
Good snow for this time of year. Very pretty as well. There's a lot of nice buildings and nice things, nice artwork.
Yeah.
The cows. And so, you know what to do. Like, subscribe if you'd like us to make some more of these videos. But we are definitely moving on to the next resort. So, cheerio.
Cheerio. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
So it seems you like to get everything